Something big is here.
Hello, I'm Jesse, the senior enlisted advisor to the Emperor, and this rebel scum with me is
Gray, the Fanged Pumpkin.
You're in the Salt Mines. Today is a very special episode of the Salt Mines.
In part because I'm the really salty one today.
Today we are unboxing something big.
Which should never have come out.
Super Star Destroyer.
Which should never have come out.
Available at Rules of Engagement Games, 19 Park Lane, Havelock, North Carolina.
Yeah. So, Jesse, we never thought this would come out. I hoped it never came out. Because I think this is probably the dumbest thing that Fantasy Flight has ever released. Especially when it comes to Armada. I think this is something that should never have existed.
But it's so glorious.
Look, don't get me wrong. As a model, it's a beautiful, beautiful piece. They did a phenomenal job with the detailing. However, not only is it all but immobile on the board because you can barely maneuver it, you have to take into consideration the fact that literally it's out of scale. It is out of scale entirely.
Armada has a sliding scale.
Yes, but I'm not just talking about the fighters to the ships.
No, the ships to the ships.
Yes, the ships to ships.
If you hold a CR-90 to the back of an Imperial Star Destroyer, no, it does not fit.
You're not wrong.
But it's a sliding scale. It
is.
The perspective makes it work.
However, the glaring size
glorious.
Issues.
Look at the detail on this model. They are,
like I said, a beautiful model. It's a beautiful model. However, I'm sorry. I don't want to see a ship made for a game that's supposed to be played on a table.
That if you put, but it's still kind of solid.
If you put two of those on the table, they can't maneuver. They can barely maneuver with only one on the table.
They don't have to maneuver.
BS! You were just telling me about you trying it out.
Yes, okay, yeah.
And they need to maneuver. Otherwise, any kind of maneuverable ship will get behind it.
I know.
And any unmaneuverable ship will be deleted because its front arc is ridiculous.
Give a thanks to Brandon for letting us, because he opened it before this, so we had one to do the whole opening shot with. Thank you, Brandon. And then I actually played a game against it. Yes, I was using my Op4 Red Cell ships that I've acquired in my Imperial Conquest. You're the Rebel. I got Rebel ships though, because we have
commanded by Rebel.
We have to have training, proper for realistic training.
So how do you imitate the admirals?
We keep an inventory of some of the Rebel ships.
Yeah, I used to work for Imperial Intelligence. They're not that good of knowing how actual rebels actually fight. So
when they're older ships, they're easy to get your hands on. Though yes,
the ships are easy to get your hands on, but the actual fighting techniques are. So how did you have Rebel admirals?
I op-4'd his use of his Super Star Destroyer, and yes, it was easy to defeat because he didn't try to turn it all. He just kept it straight, and I was easily get behind.
So he was an overconfident Imperial admiral, like all Imperial admirals.
Yes, well, the ways he could play it better, but it was a good learning experience. So in the future,
we're talking about Imperial admirals never learned.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Because I advise them as the senior enlisted advisor to the Emperor. I advise them.
Admirals don't listen to enlisted.
Yes, they do. Yes, because
they don't even realize they know.
What happened to the one admiral that wouldn't listen to his intelligence analyst?
They died.
Darth Vader choked him out.
Yeah. And then another one did the exact same thing. And Darth Vader wasn't there to choke him out. And he still died. Yeah. Imperial admirals are more expendable than actual stormtroopers.
Let's take a look at this monstrosity here. Okay, so
I think, proportionally, if you actually look at the statistics, Imperial admirals died more often in the movies than stormtroopers did.
It has to use two bases.
Yes. And it's on that long,
giant piece of
thing.
cardboard base.
Legitimately, this is why. This thing should never have existed.
Yes, it should have.
No.
Now, yeah, granted that it did kind of throw the whole production cycle out of whack. I still don't have a regular Star Destroyer to sell.
It's
so,
been, well over a year since we had any other releases, and we're only just now getting announced an actual release of an actual playable ship?
Hey, Jesse.
This is a good thing.
Wasn't our first episode, Is Armada Dead?
Armada's not dead. I called it then. I was right.
It's been well over
This
well
game
over a
is
year since we had
strong
even
and healthy.
a inkling of a release of an actual playable ship because of this unplayable piece of garbage.
It's not unplayable.
It is.
Now, granted, would I use this in a tournament? No. But would I use this in my fleet that I command that patrols the Carillion sector? No. But hey,
Okay,
it looks awesome.
Let's just take a
It
look
has its
at these.
uses.
Let's just look at these arcs, okay? So it's got 6 arcs, 6 of them. And because of its size, it is the only ship in the entire game that can fire 3 times, innately being able to fire out of the same arc more than once.
That's not an innate ability. You gotta take gunnery teams to do that.
Oh, they actually changed?
Yeah.
Because I remember when it was
You got a
it
3
was
arc.
initially
you
talking.
take your 3 shots, but they got to come from separate arcs.
Okay, I know when
you
they-
can take a gunnery team to do that.
What the?
What do you do?
No, the base will not sit flat.
This piece will not actually sit
It's
flat
fine. It's
unless
fine. This is fine. This is fine.
it's not sitting flat. These pieces are
okay.
not.
Well,
There is enough of a gap that
fine.
it cannot sit flat.
it's well
This
enough.
is Imperial engineering at its
It's working.
finest.
It's fine. It works fine. It's working fine.
But you can take gunnery teams. Now, I just want
Okay,
to point out
we're
that
not going to
this
discuss.
one-
We're not going to discuss these 2 monstrosities because that is not for standard play. We have to go with crazy point values for that. But
What in the what do you mean? What is this?
look at the point values there.
Okay, 381. That can be played in a standard game.
No, it can't.
Oh no, because
Who's
you need
the-
an admiral.
who
You
is
need
the-
an admiral.
who's
Yeah,
the
you need
cheapest
an admiral. No, okay, yeah, you're
And,
right. You need an
He
admiral.
may be as
You can't
clumsy
do that.
as he's stupid, but I'll vote 20 points, and now you're at 401. You can't do it.
But I mean, for goodness sakes, you have 10 forward attack dice. 10, right there. See, 10.
That's what I said. Look, don't ignore these.
Even
No,
still,
ignore them.
9.
Let's see.
9 forward attack dice. With gunnery teams, you can make a 9 die pool, fire twice. No,
It's glorious.
it's stupid. It's
awesome.
It is stupid. It is moronic. This should not exist. It is, without a doubt, the dumbest thing that they've released for Armada.
Then stay away from the front of it.
Even in its side arc, this one right here, even its side, its front side is 6 and its back side are 5. The same as it is as much as any of my freaking capital ships have out of a freaking arc, except I believe the MC-80, the Independence version, has 7 out the front.
Yes, well, it's a Star Destroyer. It's going to be better than those
It
Calamari
should
monstrosities.
not- It's got
Yeah.
22 hull. 22. Why? Why is this thing, this behemoth, why is this a thing? It is all but immovable. Now, on the flip side, this thing can be easily killed, without a doubt. You wagon wheel around it, it's dead.
Yes.
You
we'll
proved that
work on our
yourself.
tech. Yes,
You
I
proved
did.
that yourself.
But that's the thing. We're training, OP4, improving our tactics.
But look at it this way. Look at it this way. That means that you will actually see rebels once again move away from the big ships to move back to the wagon wheels. Now, to be fair, in the meta, people are going to be that way anyway. They're going to find the one thing that works the best, and they're going to stick with it the entire time. I get that. It's how a competitive play tends to be. Whatever. However, I think it's dumb when something comes out that forces other players to play the exact same way to be competitive against it. And not only that, but like wagon wheels, there are enough Imperial options that if you build something that can defeat this, with some reliability, it's going to get shredded by any other Imperialist that comes in the meta. No, this thing messes entirely with how the game's going to play because it is atypical.
The game hasn't had a stagnant meta since it was created. This does not cause a stagnant meta. This improves the variations in the meta that we have today.
It's still dumb. It is so dumb. If you put two of these on the board, it will literally be nothing, but they're going to end up doing this at each other, firing out the sides as soon as they pass the freaking front arc. It'll basically be a slap match between these two freaking things, and it's dumb. There's no maneuvering, there's no thought, there's no intelligence behind the game. It becomes literally nothing but two freaking kids slapping each other in the face. And as if FFG decides to release, if they decide to release something of the same scale for the Rebellion, it'll be even worse. Because that'll be twice the idiots who freaking run something like this. Twice the idiots. No! This is dumb. 100%.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. This is a good thing.
Not only
Armada
that,
is in a good place.
Not only that, it's $200. Once you factor in tax, it is $200.
That's fine. That's fine.
No, it's
Come on.
not.
You can pick yours up at Rules of Engagement Games. Come on. It's a good thing.
Armada is already the most expensive Star Wars game that FFG produces, except maybe the role-playing game. It is already the most expensive game. And they make something that is $200. That is more than a starter box, even for Warhammer 40K from Games Workshop.
I mean,
Games
I
Workshop
would
is
say
known for being
go
overpriced.
play X-Wing, but we do have epic ships there too.
And their epic ships aren't as expensive.
This is
2.0.
epic ships
Dan's
are
a whiny bitch.
Epic ships are coming in 2.0.
Says the guy
Black
who's on
Fox.
the salt mines right now bitching
I'm
about something big.
I'm salty, not okay.
Not much bigger than the Raider for X-Wing.
No, it's not. I guess, but those always have trouble freaking turning. And on top of that, this turns less. This turns less than those.
No, you can always use Moff Jerjerrod.
Yeah, to get one turn.
No, you get two. You get two, and then you can get another one from the dial itself.
Okay, you get 2 turns. But the thing is, where you'd have to set up, the way you'd have to set this up, your tail end is going to swing off the table.
Like, all your complaints, to me, say the game is still balanced. You're saying it's too easy to kill. You're saying it's too hard to kill. It doesn't break the balance. I think it's a great piece for the game.
Okay.
If they're going to do this ridiculousness, great. Bring the AT-AT to Legion.
No!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
I refuse to see an AT-AT on the table on Legion. I refuse. Where's my hammer? No. No. I will go full on barbarian and smash this thing. I do not care. It is dumb. 100%.
All right, well, this is something big.
Awful.
It's good. Yes. I'm not salty about this,
I am incredibly salty about this.
but
And you get a
good
fair
thing.
bit of stuff from this too, so.
this has been Assault Mines. Stay salty.